Hey guys, welcome to Jaxbeautifulyou. In today's video, we are going to be talking about my most complimented perfumes in 2022. So I knew at the very beginning of this year that I wanted to do this video, and I kept a running list on my phone so that I wouldn't forget. I didn't want the end of the year to come and for me to just tell you about the fragrances I was wearing recently that I got complimented on. You know, I wanted to give you the whole year round. And just a kind of a disclaimer here, I know sometimes when people do complimented videos, sometimes people are like, oh, they're exaggerating or whatever the case may be. Just keep in mind that a lot of people in my life know that I love fragrances, that I have a YouTube channel where I talk about perfumes. And so I feel like the people that are in my life on a regular basis make an effort to talk about my fragrances. They make an effort to notice it, you know, because they know it's something that I absolutely love. So I think that might be one of the reasons why I might have more people comment. Some of these fragrances have been compliments from complete and total strangers, but also people that are in my life. It's not like people are chasing me down off the street trying to find out what I'm wearing, but I have had strangers ask me what I'm wearing. And I just love a good compliment. You know, who doesn't like to be complimented on their fragrances? And I know some people like compliments a little bit more than others. Society has kind of made it seem like it's not great to want compliments, you know, like attention seeking, or you know what I mean? Like a lot of people will say, well, you shouldn't wear fragrances to get compliments. You should want to wear fragrances for yourself. But I do think as a society, we need to keep in mind that there are people out there who have the love language of words of affirmation. If you've never heard of it, you should check it out. There are 5 love languages. There's a book called The 5 Love Languages, and one of the love languages is words of affirmation. There are people out there who feel love and feel valued by words, and mean words can really cut them down, and good words can really lift them up. So we need to keep in mind that everybody's a little bit different in how we perceive love, and I think it's just fine if you wear perfumes because you want to get a compliment. I would love to know if you've heard of the 5 love languages. Please let me know in the comment section. And what is your love language? Mine is quality time. All right, enough rambling. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jackie, and thank you so much for clicking on my thumbnail today. I really appreciate you being here. If you like this video and you find it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's get into this video. Okay, I have one perfume here that's kind of an honorable mention. I've only worn this fragrance a couple of times. It is brand new to my collection, but I had to put it in here because even though it hasn't received as many compliments as the others, it's just simply because I haven't worn it as much as the others because I just got it. But it seems like almost every time I wear this fragrance, somebody says something. This one is by Aerin. This is Hibiscus Palm. I've raved and raved about this since I got it. I think this is absolutely fantastic. So this is kind of an honorable mention, but yeah, this is definitely a compliment getter in my opinion. I just think this is so good. This is going to be my favorite summertime scent. This has a lot of yellow florals in here. This is mostly a yellow floral, creamy coconut and vanilla fragrance. You have to like yellow florals. You have to like ylang ylang. There's a lot of frangipani in here. So this is very tropical, beachy, but in my opinion, it's very upscale and it doesn't smell like sunscreen. It just smells like frangipani and creamy coconut, and I think it's fantastic. It has amazing, amazing lasting power and definitely has been turning heads. So if you're looking for a really good, refined, upscale, you know, if you're kind of tired of those beachy scents that smell like sunscreen, or you know what I mean? Sometimes summertime beachy scents don't really smell all that maybe sophisticated. They're fun, don't get me wrong. One of my favorite summertime scents is Olympia by Paco Rabanne, and I actually do get compliments on that one as well. If you're wanting something a little bit more than that, if you're wanting something a little bit more maybe refined and sophisticated, because Olympia is a bit like loud, you know, it's like sexy loud in your face. If you're looking for something that's not quite Olympia, but still very tropical vibes, then definitely check out Hibiscus Palm. This one is just, oh, it's so good. So I cannot wait for warmer weather because I am just gonna be rocking this. And I have been wearing it anyway because it just transports me. I mean, this is the most transportive fragrance ever. It will immediately take you away to some tropical destination, you know, just some fancy high-end tropical resort where you're going to lounge by the pool and There's waiters bringing you Mai Tais. I love this one. This is by Aerin Hibiscus Palm. All right, this is another honorable mention. I do have to mention this one. This one has been reformulated and you can't get this version anymore, but I do have to put it in here because I get a lot of compliments on this fragrance. Almost every single time I wear it, somebody says something. And this is by Dior. This is Miss Dior Eau de Parfum, the 2017 version. Again, it's been reformulated. In my opinion, the 2021 version just doesn't compare at all. It's not bad. I've smelled it. It's okay, but this one is my favorite and I'm not very happy, but yeah, I'm just quickly going to mention it. This has pink pepper. This is orange. This is bergamot in the opening. I definitely pick up a lot of that orange, and then there's rose in the mid, in the base. There's amberwood. There's patchouli. Very classy, very sophisticated, just the epitome of like a sweet, classy, feminine fragrance. I just adore this one. Performance is really, really good. I have such a hard time reaching for this one now because I know this is it. I did put quite a nice dent in here, but once I found out it was reformulated, I kind of slowed down and I haven't been wearing it as much. Otherwise, I probably would have burned through this bottle already, but yeah, I got a lot of compliments on this one, but I'm not going to talk about this one too much, but that is Miss Dior, the 2017 version. Now, this is a fragrance that I find I struggle to find times to wear it because I think it's so special. I think it's so beautiful. I think it's so just elegant, and yeah, it's just special to me. And so I do struggle to find occasions to wear this, although I tried to be better at wearing it more. But this is by Parfums de Marly. This is Delina Exclusif. I love this fragrance. So the reason why I'm telling you I struggle to wear it is because I do get compliments on this when I wear it, but I don't wear it a lot. So I didn't get as many compliments because, you know, the ratio isn't the same as some of these other fragrances. But I did want to mention it because it does seem like somebody says something most of the time when I wear this fragrance. This is a beast of a perfume. I think that's one of the reasons why people say something is because it's definitely present. This is my preferred Delina. I do like the original Delina as well. I just don't like it as much as Delina Exclusif. So there's lychee, there's pear, there's bergamot in the opening of this. Of course, there's rose. There is some oud in here, but I really don't pick up the oud in here. I'm not a fan of oud. I don't pick it up. There's also incense in here as well, which I don't pick that up really either. I do get like a depth to this fragrance, so I'm guessing that's the oud and the incense. I'm getting like a little tiny bit of like this, you know, depth to the fragrance. But if you're afraid of oud and incense, this is a very feminine leaning scent in my opinion. Mostly I just get the lychee, the bergamot, the pear. I get a lot of rose, and then in the base, I pick up a lot of vanilla. So base, you have vanilla, amber, and there's some woody notes. I would say I pick up some of the woodiness just a little bit. I have to be careful not to overspray this one because I have gone from getting complimented to people being like, whoa, that's a lot. It can go real quick, you know, it can turn on you real quick. You can go from everybody thinking you smell amazing to thinking you smell like you're choking everybody out. I have made that mistake. I've learned from that mistake. And yeah, I just think this is a classic. This is still a top 10 for life fragrance for me. I just cannot be without Delina Exclusif. I know everybody talks about it, but I get compliments on her. Okay, so my first most complimented fragrance, I believe, is Miss Dior 2017 version. But if I take that one away because it's reformulated, the most complimented perfume that I have that you can get your hands on is by Chanel, and this is Chance Eau Fraiche. This perfume is a compliment magnet. Now, this isn't a perfume that I just get complimented on by friends and family and coworkers that know I love perfumes. This is a fragrance that I have literally had strangers stop me and ask me what I'm wearing. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure. I mean, this is a beautiful fragrance. This is one of my all-time favorite freshy fragrances. It's like a woody and freshy fragrance. I think that's why I like it so much, is because it's not just your typical straight up freshy. This has a lot of woodiness to it as well, but it's still very refreshing. It's one of my favorite summertime fragrances. If I spray this on a hot day, I swear this cools me down. Like, this just makes me feel fresh. And I don't want to say clean because this isn't like a clean, like this doesn't smell like soap or laundry detergent. It's not clean, but it makes me feel fresh and clean, if that makes sense. This is beautiful. Plus, this is an EDT, but I swear to you, this performs like an EDP. At least it does on me. This performs like an EDP. This lasts all day, and I know people can smell me because people have commented on this fragrance. It's absolutely stunning. I love the color of the juice, this like lime green color. I think I've told you guys this before, but this is the only perfume that I have a backup bottle of. I do not do that. I do not usually get backup bottles, but I couldn't resist because yeah, I just love this one in the summertime. It's one of my favorites. Okay, I don't know what it is about the grocery store, but I do get a lot of like cashiers saying things when I check out. And I got a compliment. I've gotten compliments from my, people in my life on this one, but also from a cashier that was checking me out when I was going grocery shopping. This is by Lancome. This is Nuit Tresor. So I've been actually complimented on this fragrance on its own before, but at this particular time, I had layered it with Strawberry Pound Cake by Bath & Body Works. And now I do not wear this without this. I mean, these two together, this combination is just, it's so good. It's so good. I love this fragrance on its own, but yeah, this is just a match made in heaven. So Nuit Tresor is a fragrance that has like a million notes in it. There's a lot of fruits in here, but the fruit that I get the strongest personally is strawberry. Yeah, that's the first thing I smell when I smell this. I get a very beautiful, sweet strawberry. And then this just amplifies it. It just amplifies it, makes it absolutely just mouth-wateringly good. There's also rose in here, there's passion fruit, there's caramel in here, there's this absolutely delicious sweet praline, there's vanilla, there's patchouli, there's licorice in here, there's some coffee. So as it starts to get to the base notes, it does get a little bit darker. I wouldn't really consider this a super dark fragrance because I think the fruity notes in this fragrance help to keep it a little bit bright. There's passion fruit and strawberry and pear in here. So the fragrance stays pretty light, but then it kind of goes into this darker base. And I think the combination is fantastic. I really do love contrasting perfumes. So you've got sweet, juicy fruits, and then you have this dark patchouli, licorice, coffee base. I find it incredibly sexy without being overly dark. And I do feel like this is an appropriate perfume to wear. You don't have to wait until nighttime to wear this. You don't have to wait until a sexy date night to wear this, in my opinion anyway. Try these two together. It is a compliment magnet, and the performance of this is absolutely outstanding. People will smell you and you will smell incredible all day long. Now, this next fragrance is one of my most worn fragrances of 2022. I wore this one a lot this year, especially when the weather started to transition from like warmer weather into fall. This is by Bond Number 9, and this is New York Nights. Lots of compliments on this one. This one has amazing performance. I really love the journey of this fragrance. This takes me through such a fun phase. In the opening, you have peony, so there's these beautiful florals. And then as it starts to dry down, there's some ylang-ylang in here, and I think it translates to my nose, and I know other people have said this as well, but it smells like banana bread. So I get these like florals, I get this banana bread, and in the base you have this caramel and you have this coffee, and it's like a dark roast coffee, but then with the caramel, it smells like a dark roast caramel latte. It's so good. So I literally picture myself being out on some terrace. It's a really nice day. The birds are chirping. I can smell the florals in the air, and I'm eating, this warm, delicious, just out of the oven banana bread, and I'm drinking this delicious caramel dark roast coffee. I literally can picture myself doing that when I spray this, and that's just a good perfume, a perfume that can just take you away. I don't know. I've always had a very vivid imagination, so I don't know, maybe that's just me. This is a head turner. Not a lot of people know about this unless you're in the fragrance community. And it's just not going to be something you're going to smell on everyone. You're not going to walk down the street and smell this on everyone. So you're definitely going to smell unique, and it is, yeah, fantastic. One of my favorites. Another fragrance that I wore a lot in 2022, and I actually take back, I don't think that New York Nights, now that I think about it, was my most worn. I think this one is my most worn. This is by the 7 Virtues, and this is Vanilla Woods. As you can see, there is a pretty decent sized dent in here. I did just get this one this year. It was I think in February or March of 2022, and I've already put this dent in here, which says a lot because I have a large collection. So this was a very reached for fragrance this year. This has something to it. I don't know, you guys. I can't even really explain why I love this one so much. there's something about how this smells in the air. Like on the skin, it smells really good, but there's just something special about how this smells around you and how people perceive it around you. It is just one of the best vanillas in my opinion, and it's $85, I think. I mean, that's not like the most affordable fragrance on the planet, but it's also not the most expensive either. I actually get really decent performance out of this one as well, which I don't find typical for this house. The Seven Virtues, I really struggle with performance on their fragrances, but this one, I don't. This is a great layering fragrance. This is a great fragrance on its own. There's just something special about it. So the opening, there's pear, and then there's, I believe, caramel and vanilla. That's what I get the most. I get this caramel and vanilla. I do get like a smoky, it smells smoky when you first spray it. Like first spray, I get something that's smoky. I really don't know what's causing that, but it quickly goes away for me. It's like smoky for like 30 seconds and then it goes away and I just get this delicious pear. But then when it dries down, I get this absolutely phenomenal vanilla and caramel, almost like a swirl, like a vanilla caramel swirl that just envelops me all day long, and it's so good. That is by the Seven Virtues Vanilla Woods, one of my all-time favorite vanillas. All right, up next we have another Lancome fragrance, and this is Idole, and this is the Aura flanker. Now, I got this one at the very end of summer, I believe. I think I ran out of time because this is a very summertime fragrance, but as you can see, I did put a little dent in here. And the, few times that I wore it, I seemed to get a pretty nice response from this one. I think this is so good. So the thing is that not everybody loves salty notes in their fragrances, but I love salty notes, and it really seems to go very well with my skin chemistry. And this has a lot of saltiness to it, and I think it is so good. Somehow it translates to watermelon to my nose. This gives me a watermelon vibe that I just absolutely adore in the summertime. Like, I cannot wait for summer because I'm going to wear the crap out of this perfume. It just smells so good, and I think with my skin chemistry and the way my skin mixes with the salt and the way that my environment smells when it's hot outside. I live in South Carolina. I live really close to the ocean, and there's this salty sea air in the air all the time. It's definitely like a humid, salty vibe, and I feel like salty fragrances and my skin in the summertime just mix really well together with that climate, and this one is no exception. So top notes, you have salt and rose, and then you have jasmine in the mid. I don't get a lot of jasmine. I definitely get a lot of rose and salt, but like I said, somehow that translates to watermelon, which I know I'm not the only one who gets that. I've had other people say they get watermelon from this as well. And then in the base, you get a lot of vanilla and a lot of musk. I definitely pick up both of those base notes. This is definitely a good performing fragrance. I have zero issues. So if you're looking for a beautiful salty rose vanilla scent that will get you lots of compliments this summer and last you a long time, then Idole Aura. All right, now this fragrance really surprised me. This fragrance was not on my radar, and my mom actually gifted this to me. She bought it for herself in the summer, and she said it smelled really, really good on paper, but when she put it on her skin, it just somehow didn't mix very well with her skin chemistry. So she gifted it to me. This is by Giorgio Armani, and this is Ocean Gioia. Oh, I love this. I love this. This makes me crave summer so bad. This is not typically the fragrance that I kind of go for. I was really, really scared when I saw that there were green notes in the opening, because if you know me, you know I don't like green notes, but I don't get green out of, ooh, sorry, apparently I just hit puberty. What I get in the opening of this is pear, like a strong blast of pear and citruses, and the pear in here is to die for. Like, it is literally the best pear. Like, it's not overly sweet, but it's very juicy. And then there's water jasmine in here. It does smell pretty aquatic, very summertime appropriate, but this is not like a beachy scent. Like, this is not sunscreen. There's no coconut, there's no yellow florals, but nothing will refresh you more than this. There's also salt in here as well, but I kind of get that, but I wouldn't say this is an overly salty fragrance to my nose. There's Lily of the Valley and Rose. Don't really pick up too much of that. And then there's musk and sandalwood. Definitely pick up the musk. This is a very, very musky fragrance that smells very refreshing and clean, but not like soapy clean, more like your skin, but better clean. This one lasts all day on me. Beautiful compliment getter. So great for summer. So that is by Giorgio Armani, Ocean Gioia. All right, last but not least, we have a new release from this year. This is the new Alien Goddess Intense. I instantly fell in love with this fragrance. This is definitely my favorite Alien for sure. The OG Alien is a little bit too idolic for me. It's a little bit too much jasmine. It's a little too sharp for me and too strong. The Alien Goddess was nice, but I found it to be pretty, you know, typical beachy kind of scent. I've smelled that before. Kind of reminded me a little bit of Beach Walk, kind of the same vibes. I already own Beach Walk and I didn't feel the need to add Goddess into my collection. Like, I liked it, but I didn't need a full bottle of it. This one blew me away. It's like a combination of those two, you know? I think they did a really good job at adding more of the OG Alien into Goddess. So I definitely pick up like that Alien jasmine in here for sure, but it's not sharp to me. It is so smooth. Like, this is one of the smoothest fragrances that I have tried and I cannot get enough. And I get compliments almost every single time I wear this, and I get compliments from strangers. So my husband and I were on a road trip and we stopped to get something to eat. We went into Wendy's. I started to walk up to the counter, and before I even got to the counter, the lady taking my order made me write down what this perfume was, which is shocking because I had put this on in the beginning of the day and we had been on our road trip for like 7 straight hours. So when I got out of the car and walked in, I was actually kind of surprised that she could smell me, because I didn't, you know, I really couldn't smell it on me that much anymore. So this lasts, like, this is at least 7 hours. It does sit closer to the skin at the 7-hour mark, but I'd say for a good 5 to 6 hours, I get a pretty moderate projection. So this isn't a beast, but definitely a good performer on me anyway. So top notes, you have coconut and bergamot. I do get coconut in here, but not a lot. Like, this is not an overly coconut fragrance to my nose. It just helps to add to like the creaminess of this fragrance. I do get the jasmine. There's jasmine and jasmine tea in here, but it's very smooth. It is like the smoothest, most easy to wear jasmine in my opinion. And then in the base you get the vanilla, which I get a lot of vanilla. There's also benzoin and cashmere wood, which I also feel helps to smooth everything out. So I don't know, whenever I wear this, I just always think of how smooth this smells. It's just a gorgeous vanilla jasmine with a tiny hint of coconut. So good. So good. Very feminine, very beautiful, great performance. I also think this would make a great signature scent. I feel like this is such a good perfume to wear anytime. This isn't just summertime, you know, even though there's coconut in here, that vanilla and jasmine kind of helps to make it appropriate for just about any season. I could see myself wearing this in the fall, the winter even, springtime. Yeah, I just think this is a great all year round signature scent worthy fragrance and I love it. So that is by Mugler. This is Alien Goddess Intense. All right, you guys, and that is it for today's video. Those are my most complimented perfumes of 2022. I want to hear from you. I want to know, what are your most complimented perfumes? Leave me your comments in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're having an amazing day. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I will see you in my next video. Bye.